Hey everyone, I'm about to go exploring the city a little bit. I picked a random temple just outside the city on Google Maps that has, it looks like a really nice green forested road kind of on a mountain that I'm gonna go check out, and hopefully I can make it there. It's about 1 in the afternoon right now and 90 degrees, so that's okay. Alright, let's see. Alright, hi again everyone, this is Vera from the voiceover that I'm doing later. Today I thought I'd try out a different format with this video. I'm going to do like my usual vlog or thoughts and discussion style, like sort of unedited, just talking to you guys, chatting with you guys, but instead of seeing me, you're gonna get to see some of Taiwan. Yeah, so I went to a temple and climbed a mountain. There's some footage of me walking through the city and taking a bus ride, and footage of me exploring the temple. And I think that this will be a fun way to preserve my original format, which I'm comfortable with, and also get something more interesting for you guys to see and get a view of what my life is like here in Taiwan. This is my friend. She made a nest on my balcony. Hi, friend. We put some cardboard there so that she doesn't drop sticks and poop onto the table below. Bye. So my plan for today, like I said, consisted of going to a temple, but it was more so that I just wanted to find somewhere with some more rural and natural scenery. So what I did was I opened up Google Maps and set it to the terrain view and just looked. Like, you can see pretty clearly where the city ends and where like the mountain and forests begin. Taipei is kind of interesting in that way because it's built in this valley with mountains on 3 sides, and you can see this really clean distinction where it's like this sprawling metropolis, and then it gets up to the edge of the mountain, and then it stops. That's really easy to see on the Google Maps terrain view. So I looked where the closest mountain and forest junction was with the city to me, and I just got on the MRT and headed out that way, and I had to take a little bus too, but all in all it didn't take that long to reach the edge of the city. I kind of had like some waiting time between the MRT and the bus, but excluding the waiting time, it only took about half an hour to reach the edge of the city where the mountains are. So here you can see me walking through kind of the outskirts. This is like very close to the end of the edge of the city because I was going to the mountain. And it's an area that I don't often spend time in. It's technically a new Taipei city outside of Taipei proper. And I'm walking from the MRT station to a bus station right now. And you can also hear in the background of this clip some music. This is a quirk that I didn't know about the recording on my phone's camera, on my phone's video section on the camera, is that I can listen to music on my headphones while I record, which is good because I want to listen to music while I'm walking around. I don't want to have the music off while I'm doing this, but it records the audio from my headphones with the, like in the audio. I don't know if it's like just picking up the sound from my headphones into the microphone of my headphones, or if the phone is recording like the audio playback from Spotify into the video. But overall, I mean, I guess it's not a problem. This song is Yin Yin. It's called Disco Disco by Yin Yin, and it's on a really amazing album that I love called The Rabbit That Hunts Tigers, and I was listening to that on this little adventure. And, you know, it's definitely copyrighted music, and if my channel were to get monetized, this would be a problem, but right now it's not monetized, so go ahead and enjoy this music, and I think it's already at kind of an appropriate, like, level mixed in, so there you go, guys. That's your background music. Yin Yin, Disco Disco, off of The Rabbit That Hunts Tigers. Anyway. So something that I was thinking about while I was walking around, oh, you can see my thumb covering the camera there. That'll go away in a moment. Something I was thinking about as I was walking around this area is how safe Taipei is. there's my hand again. I'm kind of walking through some very like back alley places, like really on the outskirts of the city here, and I was very grateful to like know that in Taipei, like I am pretty damn safe to do this. Like the violent crime rate in Taiwan is extraordinarily low, comparable to that of Japan, which is famous for having very, very low violent crime rates. And this is true even at night, even for women, not only just during the daylight here, although definitely the daylight made me feel more comfortable. And it was interesting to see like the back streets of this little neighborhood here. And if you hear the song there, is that a Fur Elise? No. Is it? I can't tell anymore. These are the garbage trucks, in case anybody doesn't know. They have these garbage trucks that go around. These are small ones since we're in a smaller neighborhood, but they play these songs. And when you hear that little melody chiming, then you know it's time to go take your trash out, which, oh my god, it's 9:23 p.m. right now as I'm recording this. I completely forgot to take my trash out, and now it's going to have to sit there for another few days and attract flies, which is amazing for me. It's raining and storming really bad right now anyway as I record this, so I wouldn't have wanted to take the trash out. Okay, so now I'm waiting at the bus stop here. Am I recording? Yes, I'm recording. So I got some apples from the 7-Eleven and some wasabi peas, and I ate those for a minute while I was waiting for the bus, and now I'm here waiting at the bus stop. I think that I'll just go ahead and cut to when I get on the bus now. So as I was riding the bus here, I was thinking about how I actually quite like riding the bus, even though I don't like getting on the bus and taking the bus as a means to getting around. They're kind of inconsistent and late usually and confusing, so I prefer the MRT a lot because it's very consistent and simple and easy to understand, very convenient. Buses, less so. But I do enjoy riding them because I don't often see Taipei. You can see the reflection of my hand holding the phone there. I don't often see Taipei from the perspective of a car, like on the road, because I'm usually walking, biking, or taking the MRT. I don't drive here, and it is interesting to like see the world go past from the speed of the car on the road. Sometimes you do have to stand on the bus. Today I got lucky and the bus was quite empty. Actually, usually I think the buses are mostly empty, but every once in a while you get on one that's very packed for whatever reason and you have to stand up. And especially if you're going up a mountain, that makes me quite carsick. I don't get carsick super easily anymore. I kind of did more when I was a kid, but yeah, standing up on like a rickety bus, wrapping around the mountain, makes me feel not super good. So at this point I was feeling pretty good and having quite a bit of fun, honestly. I don't really often do stuff like this, but I want to more. I want to just, hop on the train and hop on a bus to go explore a random part of the city and spend my day in a memorable way and hopefully make content about it. And I just want to tell you guys right now, as I'm editing this footage, like, the editing process is going really well. Like, fourth wall break for a second here. Like, I am having fun editing this, recording this voiceover. I'm learning more about how to use Premiere. Okay, watch this. I just realized that on the other side of the bus, I have a much better view. We can see the mountains and stuff that I'm about to go towards as well. But yeah, I think this is basically like what I wanted to do when I moved abroad, which is so weird because I've been here for 9 months and I haven't really done it. So it's taken me 9 months to even attempt to do what I want to do. I mean, granted, I've had fun here, but like I've kind of had this idea for a long time of like living abroad and just, going on fun little adventures and documenting it. And I think that a lot of it came down to, a lot of it comes down to like executive function and like the fact that living abroad has been quite challenging for me, but also I think that I really wanted to make content about traveling, but I didn't know exactly how to format it, and this format, I can tell as I'm doing the voiceover and editing right now, is working out really well. And I think that I was like putting a bit of pressure on myself to make content when I travel, and then I didn't know how to make content, and like it was just, well, if I travel and I don't know how to make content about it, then it's like I'm gonna feel bad about it. By the way, those bikes that we're looking at right now, I rode that back to the train station on the way back down from the temple. I rode it on the road here. It was really fun. I was still listening to that Yin Yin, the rabbit that hunts tigers. That was a fun bike ride. But anyway, so my point is basically that I think that, you know, this is good. I could do this again. I could totally take. This only took like 2 or 3 hours on like a random Saturday afternoon when I didn't have anything going on, and my partner River was at work, so picked a random spot on Google Maps, decided to just get my way over there with the amazing public transport here in Taiwan, and record, you know, just my perspective as I was like going out to that random spot, bring it home, throw it all into Premiere, let Premiere do like the auto sequence create with the little transitions and everything, and then all I have to do is sit here, do some light trimming, and go ahead and watch back the footage I took of my nice, pleasant day, and give you guys my thoughts, chat, basically talk to myself. I don't know. This is like a good way to do it, I think. So I hope that you guys are enjoying the video of, well, right now it's just a fence, but, you know, we've got some good nature scenery happening around here as I pull up to the start of the trail, in the mountains. So I just got off the bus, and I kind of missed my stop, actually, but fortunately it was like the very end of the line, so we got to like the bus depot place, and there was a woman on the bus. I don't know if she like worked there or what, but she just started asking me where I was trying to go. So I think she was saying something about like the bus stop. This is the last stop, so like, what are you trying to do? And I was like, oh, actually, I just missed my stop. But I wanted to get off at the last one, and I just wanted to like walk around this area. She's like, oh, did you want to like climb the mountain here and go to the temple? And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. And then she like gave me some directions and like pointed me off where to go. And I kind of understood. This is all in Chinese, by the way. There's some power tool sounds over there, but I kind of think this is the direction that I need to go in. So I just hope it's not somebody's house. I don't want to like disturb somebody, but I think that, oh, I see a sign here. Let's see. I'm going to translate this sign, and hopefully I'm going the right way. So I was fortunately going the right way up to the temple, just like the woman told me. Unfortunately, we get to a little bit of a problem here with the footage. It's not that big a deal, but I'm kind of pointing the camera at the road instead of like up at the trees and houses and stuff. I think it's just because of the way that I walk and hold the camera. I kind of hold it to my chest with the pop socket, and the angle works for walking on flat ground, but when I'm going uphill, I think that I need to adjust a little bit. So I'll keep that in mind for next time I do this. But we still have some good shots of the nature and everything coming up soon. So here we have like a more rural area, and like I said, it's just outside of the city. It's really easy to like get from the boundaries of like the like dense urban area to you know, like countryside and mountains and like low density and people living like slower lifestyles. And this is exactly what I was like hoping to find, you know, something that had like a more rural or small town vibe, like close to my house. And this is about as close as I could get, realistically, for that. It's really cool that it's so easy to do this in Taiwan, like to go from the heart of like the metropolis, the capital of the country, to just the countryside. Essentially, just the mountain is only like 30 minutes away, and then it all looks like this. So I was coming up the hill here, and I saw these weird stone structures that kind of reminded me of Incan ruins that I had seen when I was hiking in the Andes a couple years ago. They're not Incan ruins. It is a shrine. I don't know enough about the different religions here. Probably Buddhist. I think most of like the religious hardware, I don't know, is Buddhist, but I don't know. And it looks like nobody's used it for a while. There's a lot of shrines and stuff that just look like they haven't been touched in a long time. And some beautiful views everywhere you go here, basically. Once you're up on the mountains, the views are amazing. Sorry, I can't figure out how to fix the audio clicking here. It's kind of annoying me, but Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, you guys see that staircase? So listen for a sec for the dog to bark. Yeah, there it is. I was gonna go up that staircase and like see what was up there, but I think that the dog barking meant that it was somebody's house, so I decided to just leave it alone and keep going back up towards the shrine. Something that someone told me a long time ago, my first love, my first girlfriend told me this. She told me to stop looking down at the path where I was walking and start looking up at the trees and the nature and the forest around us instead. And I wish that I would take that advice here. I mean, I was looking around quite a bit, I think, but the camera is a little bit... yeah, there we go. Now we're starting. Nope. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I really need to do better with getting that camera angle to focus more on the forest instead of just the ground in front of me, like is happening here. But you can see a little bit of the vegetation everywhere. It's very jungly. I looked it up one time. In Taiwan, we have most of the island is covered in what's called, I think it was like called Taiwanese subtropical evergreen forests, because they're not quite rainforests. They don't qualify like enough rainfall for that. And also, we're not in the tropics here. We're like decidedly in the subtropics, but it's very warm, very dense vegetation, and it's green all year. So I made it up to the top of the mountain here. Okay, so I'm most of the way up this mountain. I think that I'm pretty close to a temple now. I changed my route a little bit based on that woman's suggestion. I was originally planning on going to a different temple, but the nice lady gave me directions and I went where she told me to go, and I'm enjoying this route a lot. I think that the temple is over there. I don't think that I'm going to be able to get it on camera, but I hope that you guys can appreciate this nice view. We've got the city out there. Let's see, which way am I facing right now? North, so that's probably like the southern edge of New Taipei City. It's sunny out. Most of the trail is covered with shade, so it's not too bad, although I am standing directly in the sun right now. And it is uphill. I mean, it's a mountain, but it's paved pretty well, so I'm down with this. I think that this is a good spot for today. All right, I'm going to keep going up the mountain. So I actually was able to get quite a lot of good footage of the temple. We're going to see inside of it here in a moment off to the right, but right now I'm taking the camera into the left, into this little pavilion area. It's the first place that you reach when you come up here from the path that I was on, and I ended up just sitting here for a long time, breathing in some of the fresh air and deleting some other videos off my phone to make room to take more for you guys. God damn it. I've been sitting at the temple for like half an hour, and I just now realized I fucking left my purse here. Oh my god. Okay. Glad nobody took it. Back to the temple. Okay, now we've got the longest clip of the whole video, and this is the last one that I took. This is basically me exploring most of the temple. You guys are going to get to see quite a lot of it. I wish that I had more like cultural information to share with you guys about these Buddhist temples, but I did take one class, not even on Buddhism, but it was called Traditional Chinese Culture. I took it in college as part of my minor, and I learned a little bit about Chinese Buddhism in that class, but definitely not enough to like provide a lot of insightful information on these temples. But a few things that I can say about them is that, for one, they are everywhere in Taiwan, especially in the mountains, but in the cities, on the seaside, on the rivers, and the mountains, the forests, everywhere. Taiwan is, surprisingly to me, I mean, I kind of knew that it was a Buddhist country, but it's a very Buddhist country. Like, lots of people here are Buddhist, and lots of people here, like, go to these temples and, like, pray at the temples. You see it every day. I think I saw one guy at this temple. It was really empty today, which was a really cool experience to, like, have basically one to myself to just kind of, like, casually walk around in and, like, not be disturbing other people. But Yeah, these temples are everywhere, and they have really amazing architecture, as I'm sure you guys can see here. There's like every surface is like very ornately carved with lots of lion dogs, dragons, other mythical figures, like Buddhist, um, a, if I can recall my like Buddhism lore, bodhisattvas, I think that you would call them, or I don't know, just people. There's a lot of like people figures, and I'm sure, as most religions do, like the local Buddhism in Taiwan is probably intermixed with other like local folk and religious and spiritual beliefs. Also, I just went inside of this room. In retrospect, I think I made a mistake by going in here. I don't think that I was supposed to go in, but there was nobody around, and I couldn't. Usually, when I go to a temple like this, I'm observing. I'm just like quietly, slowly, like moving about the space, observing what other people are doing and trying to be respectful. Um, but there wasn't anybody here, so I was just kind of wandering around. And unfortunately, I can't really read Chinese, so I didn't know what the signs were saying. But I think there might have been a sign saying not to go into that main room. Um, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so they've got this beautiful architecture. Another thing I really love is the colors in these places. You can see there's so many like vibrant oranges and blues and greens and yellows and reds. Like they make the temples really colorful here. It's really pretty. You can see that was a shot of the city. You could kind of see the dragon statues outside as well. You can see them on the roofs there. Like this I don't know. I feel like I kind of sound like an ignorant American when I say this, but it's like, damn, this shit is real, you know? Like, I mean, granted, I had even seen it before in China. I'd seen it myself in China, but I don't know. It's been such a long time since I visited China, and it's like, that was kind of like a whole, I don't know, dream sequence in my life as I can remember. But living in Taiwan and like seeing this shit every day, there's so many of these temples everywhere, and like, people go to them, and it's like, you know, genuine thing. Not that I didn't believe it. Not that I didn't believe that like Buddhism was a real thing, or that like people like actually use these places as like places of worship. But I don't know. It's something that's really cool about going to another country and experiencing their culture. Is it's like this humanizing like realism thing where it's like, damn, this isn't just like an aesthetic. It's not just like a story or like an idea that people tell. It's like, this is like real life. Like these places exist, and not only do they exist like as some like amazing unique tourist place, like, oh my god, look at the Buddhist temple, this is so crazy, ooh, they're just commonplace. It's just like everyday life for people here. Like there's literally tens of thousands probably of these temples all throughout the island, and this is just like what people do. And I don't know, I hope that like I'm like portraying this in like a respectful way as I like look inside of this building that you're clearly not meant to be interacting with. But yeah, I hope that I'm like displaying and representing like a healthy like interest in like the aesthetics and like the culture here, and not like fetishizing it or like I don't know, taking part in Orientalism or anything. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I am just like a white person wandering around this like temple that is in, I don't know, in a place where nobody ever expected white people to be coming to it, and then I'm just coming up and filming it with my phone and then being like, wow, look at this. But I don't know, I'd like to think that I'm being respectful and you know, just appreciating it for like the art and everything that it is. I mean, I guess if you're Buddhist or Chinese and you have anything to say about that, let me know. But I think that, I don't know, it's really beautiful, and it's fun. It's fun to just look at and observe as an outsider. I would have walked around here more if I was going back home to meet my partner River shortly after this, and I hadn't really packed like a full day's worth of things to take with me or like planned anything out. It was just kind of casual, but it looked like there is like a lot more paths and places to walk around and explore around this one temple. But that's the thing, is this, I don't know, it's a really beautiful place, a beautiful country, and there's a lot to see. And I just love walking around and exploring like beautiful places like this. And I need to do it more often. I need to get out of the city and go get some fresh air on the mountains, see a really pretty building, a beautiful temple, beautiful architecture, and yeah, I need to do that more often, no doubt. Okay, so this last room here is the last part of the video, the last part of my little adventure that I recorded. I found it funny that there was couches up here. I can provide a little bit of context on this, maybe. I think that those little red papers are wishes, that maybe the local, like, deities that the temple is enshrining. See, the mural there is really pretty. I like the blues. But yeah, I think that those red things are wishes that you can write and like give a donation to the temple to get a paper. There's not even a person selling them. You just like drop the money in and take a paper, write your wish down, and hopefully it comes true. I don't even know for certain if that's what that is. I saw something like that in China one time, and I think that it was the same thing. They have incense in all of the temples too, and I think that's cool. I like the incense. Um, so yeah, this is a pretty typical temple. It was a little bit on the big side, but it's very normal size for like a larger temple. And they look like this all over Taiwan, and there's a lot of them in the mountains, and they have great views. They even have hot water here and a teapot for you to drink. How lovely. Yeah, it's a really pretty temple. I'm glad I came up here to see it. So I just finished recording and editing the voiceover of the clips that I took when I visited that mountain and the temple today. I think that this is a good one, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I genuinely enjoyed making this video. Seriously. And I'm probably gonna title this video something like Trans in Taiwan, like I was doing with the other videos that I've made here so far, even though I didn't really talk about being trans at all in this video. Um, I don't know, I think that that's kind of just a general theme of my videos here, is that I'm trans and I'm in Taiwan, and some of them are going to focus more on one, and some are going to focus more on the other. Although I will say that, like, this is kind of a new, a bit of a format shift for me, in that my face wasn't in most of this video. It was mostly just my voice, and I wasn't, like, paying a lot of attention to, like, voice modulation or anything to keep my voice very feminine, so... I'm a little bit self-conscious that, like, to somebody new to my channel, they're not going to realize that I'm a woman if they, like, just hear me speaking, and see, like, the few clips of me. I don't know, maybe that's just my dysphoria talking, but I think that I can do this video, or this format, more in the future. I have a couple different ideas for, like, variations on this format. I think that I can do more, like, trips, like short trips, like day trips to little places like this, and just keep talking about what I'm thinking about and going through at the time. My life here is complicated, and I mean, I have plenty to talk about if you guys like are interested in hearing the details of my life. I don't know, of course you are. I mean, that's the point of the channel, right? I can talk more about like being queer here and being trans and stuff, definitely, but I also want to branch out and just talk about like my general like thoughts in life in Taipei. Yeah, I don't know. I'll find a balance eventually. I'm actually working on the script for a video right now about joining a band or playing with a band. I played 2 shows with a band here in Taiwan last year, last fall, and I think that that's a pretty interesting story, and I'm actually writing a script for it, even though I don't write a script for most of my videos. And I'm going to try editing footage over it, just like this video. There'll probably be more like face cam shots of me talking like this. Interstitched, and I'm telling like a cohesive story with a script. So I think that that will be even more engaging. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It's just kind of like a chill hangout with me, go on a little adventure, see some of the city, see some of the mountains, and just, I don't know, maybe it's something you can like throw on in the background while you cook or whatever. I really like videos that are like that. I honestly think that this is a video that I would watch if it came up on my YouTube feed. And honestly, I can't say that about all of my videos. I think that not all of my videos are like, I'm not in the target demographic for all of the videos that I have made, but this is totally what I would like to watch, like this kind of thing. And this is what I thought I would be doing more of before I came to Taiwan, so I'm glad that I like finally got around to it. Okay, so I'm gonna be wrapping up. I want to remind you guys that I made an OnlyFans. I don't know. I'm not wearing any makeup right now. I feel like I should be prettier when I'm promoting my OnlyFans. Hold on. Titties. Titties. You don't even know, but I got titties. Isn't that crazy? See them on my OnlyFans. And talk to me. Like, I mean, I like talking to you guys in the comment sections, but, you know, if you want to, like, talk to me, you know. Check out my OnlyFans. I've been trying to post on there every day, and it's a good way for me to monetize my channel. I think for people to support me directly. If you really like me, my personality, and the content that I'm making here, then give me some money to see my boobs. Literally, like, that sounds like a good deal, right? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and check out the other recommended videos here and here. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you like this, tell me what else you'd like to see me doing in Taiwan. Nice hanging out with you all today. Bye.